Can you hear me now? You heard something? Do you hear me now? Yay! Good. Hello. Finally. The unending mic troubles continue. I plugged. I thought it had something to do with my hello. I thought it had something to do with my USB hub because I had plugged my my audio interface into like a hub, which could have had some like surges or something like that because they USB hubs tend to be very temperamental. So I plugged it straight into my computer, thinking that would fix all my problems, right? But I don't know. Hello, my friends. We are about to embark and set sail on a musical journey. Yeah, I plugged it into a different. Well, it was my a port on the actual computer, not on like a hub. But I don't know. It could be just this app, or it could be the plugin, because like the mic signal was coming through on the app, but it wasn't actually sending it to Hey Jbelio. Welcome back. Still got time for old Oscar, huh? Even with running a successful D&D campaign. Can you hear the music? Well, music sounds good. Is it too loud? Good old Oscar. Can't hear the music? Well, that's great, isn't it? Okay, we'll have to do something with that as well then. The thing is, I have to reset my setup every single time I stream, which is like, can you hear? Okay, can you hear anything now? Can you hear any music now? No. Okay. So I actually do need to create a completely new item. I was trying to use like a preset of the one that I made the last time, but you actually have to make it like completely from scratch every single time, which is so fun. Sarcasm. That was sarcasm. Okay. Where is that? Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, good. Will you ever make Hytale music on stream? Good question. I mean, I might, but this channel wasn't made for making Hytale music. But maybe if I'm like really low on time, but I also want to stream, then maybe I'll do some overlap. Yeah, I'm sure Simon wouldn't mind. Yeah, especially after the game is released, because then you know the things in the game that like needs more music. So you've seen it, so I can talk about it, you know. Okay, let's see if you can hear the music now. I'm playing currently. Yeah. Okay, good. Is it loud? Is it a bit too loud, or you can't hear? All right. Then we're going over to plan B. Plan B. Said yes to Hytale. I see. I was confused. Multi-output. So now I'm routing this to dual output so that I can feed it into a bridge that feeds into another output. And then I don't know why I have to do that, but I don't know why I need the bridge. But I guess it's the I mean, surely I should just like be able to receive this directly. Let's try that anyway. I guess if I play now. Because can you hear it well? Does it sound weird in any way? I guess I can go and check myself on my own stream. Hold on. Because last time I thought I had some like double audio. Here, well. Okay, it sounds good. I just need to add a little bit of because now I need to fix my mic setup for 2 seconds here. Just add a couple of filters here. Because I think I had all of that set up already, but then it was like, you gotta make it from scratch for no reason. So we're gonna just add some noise suppression, noise. Down here. Okay. Yeah, now you can hear me, I think, right? Yeah. It's because I had the noise gate on too high. Okay, it's just because I gotta like adjust the noise gate settings to like cut out my mouse, but still keep my my little mumbles, you know. That good old Oscar mumbling, the rambling. So this is kind of a weird. I wrote this back in 2017, I think. I wonder if I can see. This was created. 2019. No, 2017. Right. So quite old. It doesn't sound as good as I would want it to. That thing can go to school already. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Take it back, go back to school. Change the reverb, altiverb changes everything. And then there's like the mix. Because like woodwinds are not as audible in an orchestra. So if you put them up too much, then it'll sound smaller, because if you can hear the small things, it means the rest of the stuff is also small, which means that you need to turn the woodwinds down. So it's like, oh, I'm so tiny because the rest is so big. You can barely hear me because I'm so small. Yeah, and then the other stuff sounds bigger. It's just like it's a trick. A trick of the mind. I play mind tricks here on JRPG music. It's just mixing. But I didn't really know about it so well before. I just was like, well, if you can hear everything equally, then that's good. But it turns out that's not the case. So these should. Also, I've got legato here. Oh, yeah, I see. Okay. I've got actually, because you can hear this note kind of cut out. But if I do this. think I want all of these notes. Is you can do like multi like legato. Can I ask you how your questions? You can ask me something, but I'm not sure if I can answer everything. What do you want to know? All right. Title trailer. What came first, music or visuals? That's a good question. It was actually the music. So, now you know. Yeah, Noxy came to me and wanted me to write a hype kind of music, and he had these things in mind. Like start this way and then go in this way, and then it got, I wrote a thing first and then it got extended into like something more because we needed to like build on it, and so I added some more sections. It had like almost 30 different iterations, the trailer music, before it was complete. Maybe I should go through the session for the trailer music one day as well. That could be cool. Yeah, you want it to kind of, it's easier to match the vibe to the music because music is so kind of, sometimes music needs to be its own thing to be able to flow correctly. And if you try and cram like music into an edit that was just made kind of randomly, then it can be very hard to kind of like fit the music perfectly to the, and make it sound good. Because music kind of needs to be something to sound really good. Like music needs to be good on its own. And if you try and really like edit and fit it into something very like intricate, like edits, and sometimes the edits are not like on the beat, and you know, it's like all these little things that can really like, and then suddenly you gotta write like one bar of 7/8, and then you have to write one bar of 11/16 just to like make up for the fact that it doesn't like hit straight on on the beat. I've done things like that on ads in the past. It hasn't been that extreme. It has been like, oh, and now we do a 3-bar suddenly because that is what the visuals are asking for me to reach this conclusion, the music at this point, you know, in the film. Yeah, I'm actually curious about, like, I'm a big fan of Kung Fu Panda, and I think the voices are so good. Like the voice acting is so good in especially the first and the second movie. And I've always wondered, like, did they must have recorded the voices first, because the acting is so expressive. Well, the animations are so expressive, and they're expressive from the vocals. So I'm like, surely they must have done the vocals first. But yeah, because I think there's like something of like something natural that's performed, or something needs to kind of just be good on its own, like as that, have that like natural performance, and have the rest kind of react to that. Okay, so I've got basses and cellos here, but I think you can have a little bit more beef in the space. I hear in animations it can vary from what comes first. Yeah. Yeah. Probably. So this bass patch is a little bit more centered because using this ozone imager. Got a bit more added bass. A bit more sub. Adds just a beef to it. The bass sounds sus. Yeah, exactly. Not sure how I feel about these strings, actually. Like we can add some vibrato on here just to like really make it a bit more dramatic. Like this. Yeah, I also didn't know that much about like strong dynamic performance here. I kind of grew to use expression like this a lot more eventually, but in 2017 I kind of didn't quite do that because you can have a much bigger, much better like volume curve. I tried fiddling some music into 2 short videos once. Finding the right track for 1 video can take more time than finding the right video, honestly. Oh, finding the right track. Yeah. I'm trying to understand what you mean. Finding the right video. Yeah. Guess we can try some other strings because I've got more string stuff now. My strings too. I wasn't following Fake Fan, I guess. Yes. Welcome, Moody Magic Maple. That's a nice bit of alliteration there. This sounds a lot more like orchestral, I guess. I can just turn these a bit down now. So these horns sound a bit too static. Yeah, so we're gonna fix that with this. The only reason I made a name was for the alliteration. You're the first to comment on it. I guess you can call me intelligent. I took an IQ test online the other day. Turns out my IQ is 135, which is apparently genius level. And then my friend took the same test and he got 136. I was like, ah. And then I took it again and I got 158. So turns out I'm a genius after all. I guess you could question the legitimacy of these tests, but I don't. The smartest people know that they're smart. Or was it the other way around? Took an IQ test, aced it. It's like Trump says on his cognitive tests every time. I aced it. I got the best score that anyone's ever had in the history of mankind. My favorite scale? It used to actually be a Lydian dominant. Most people never tell anyone they're smart. Shut up. No. Lydian Dominant. That used to be my favorite. It's this one. It's the same scale I use in the Simpsons, actually. But I think now my favorite scale is, I mean, considering all my work on Hytale and this RPG music and stuff, it's probably a Dorian scale. It's just like... It's just the best. Yeah, because you have that. If most people don't know what the Dorian scale is, this is a minor scale, natural minor, and in a Dorian scale, which is like the fantasy scale, I guess you could say, because it's used in like fantasy music, Celtic folk music and stuff like that. You take the 6th step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you raise it by half a note. So instead of, you go. Yeah. So that's... You need a playable harp item in Hytale. I agree. Hey, Roran. Big shout out to Roran for making an awesome Parallax animated video with the Hytale music, by the way. I hope you guys have seen it, because it was awesome. I actually took the image and put it on my banner on Twitter, because I thought it was that good. I hope you don't mind, Roran. And if you do, I'll take it away straight away. Let's see if I can find it. It was on Mine's channel. No problem. Good. We've settled it. So this is the video for those who haven't seen it. Very nice. And if you don't want to listen to the full hour, you can just kind of scroll along the video and like just see the whole animation. It's really, really cool. Yeah, very awesome. I feel like you should make like a website where you can see the that whole parallax thing, and if you scroll, you like on the scroll wheel, you can like go sideways and kind of like explore the whole thing. That'd be really cool. Be like a nice little piece. So this piece is only 1 minute and 40 seconds. So we're gonna extend that a bit. Just gonna sort out these horns. Salvaging my laptop non-destructively for a purpose. Good hopes in the future, so I won't do my little project for nothing. What's the project? Are you building like a... I loved when Trump bragged about being able to identify elephants on his cognitive test. Yeah. He just like straight up calls people stupid, which is also a very intelligent way to communicate. Okay, so this one, oh, okay, interesting, something's happened here. Fix that. Use expression again to get these nice curves going. Test run with Hytale in the future, just for a video though. Test run with Hytale? You mean like testing Hytale on like a custom spec computer? You know, the specs are they were quite low, right? For the minimum specs. you can actually run it on even lower specs than what says on the minimum. That's just like the safe minimum. It'd be interesting to do like a test, like how low can you go and still run it. Not as low as Minecraft. Yeah, that makes sense. It's got a little bit more textures and stuff in it, but still, it's like much better optimized, I think, than a lot of the games that are coming out these days, like running in Unreal and stuff. Like I remember playing Borderlands 2. It ran so smoothly on my Xbox 360, and then on my PlayStation 5 Pro, I was trying to run Borderlands 4. Essentially the same graphics, right? It's like 2D shader, but it's just like lagging like hell. Like it's like 20 to 30 FPS. Like, how is this even possible? Like, what have you guys done with this? And I think it's just the kind of the spaghetti of Unreal makes every game just really heavy, unless you do some serious optimization. From what I have heard, I'm not an expert, but yeah. Gonna have install Bazite. What's that? What's that? Pretty cool, but I gotta plan Hytale model stuff for January. Nice. Custom specs close to minimum. I kind of wanted to like, I had this like idea in my mind that I wanted to like build one of those like, just like a DOS computer to run like 90s PC games on. Try to install like Windows 98 and just have like a tiny little box running like the whole thing, because I'm sure you would only need like almost nothing in terms of specs, right? 4 gigs of RAM, I don't know. Not even. Actually, I think I remember when I ran StarCraft 1 on my old Mac, it was like 233 megabytes of RAM, which is such an arbitrary amount of RAM, but that's what it was. Imagine that. 230 megabytes of RAM. Something weird going on here. These are not quantized. Okay. Just a distro for gaming? What is a distro? It's like asking question after question. Did you have any suggestions that we've been seeing mindfully? Did you have any suggestions that made it into Hytale? Oh, you mean like design ideas? I don't know. I think I probably have influenced the game in some ways, but I don't think I can take ownership of any features or creatures or anything like that. I only helped developing the ambient system, but I didn't actually do any coding. I just said what I wanted. Yeah, sound features. Yeah, obviously I say what I want the thing to do, and then someone else has to make that because I can't code. But so in that sense, I have helped with music and sound features. But there are some things that will come after release because there's missing tech. Like we still need more tech in that department. And sound and audio is never really a very high priority. Can So you ask for a ray trace sound. That's something we actually had in New Engine. But I'm not sure about Legacy. I don't think so, because it's kind of, it analyzes the world around itself in a different way, and I think ray tracing would probably be a heavy kind of CPU sync. I don't know much about it, to be honest. I want this to be a little bit more reverby. Me spamming everywhere. Imagine dirt, grass, slabs that could be planted on. What? You can plant. I'm not sure about slabs. But you know, when you take a, it's similar to Minecraft, you just take a hoe and you put the seeds in. I'm not sure about slabs though, I haven't actually tried that. It's actually starting to get pretty toasty with this Christmas jumper right now, so I'm gonna take it off. It's getting hot in here. No, I'm not gonna take off all my clothes, but just the jumper. Smoother hills mode. Oh, I see. So you're wondering whether grass or plants can grow on half blocks. That's what you're saying. I haven't thought about it. I haven't actually looked. But I don't see why not. Why that shouldn't be possible. Hytale is very much easier to mod than Minecraft. Like, we've already have people in the company doing some pretty funny things with it, which is kind of great to see. Crazy stuff you can do. Okay, so we're gonna continue this piece. Actually sounds pretty good. Just wondering what we're gonna do next. How long should the piece be, right? These kinds of pieces, I usually make them like 4 or 5 minutes long. If I have a Hytale character, well, I mean, I posted my avatar the other day, didn't I? PS3 fake fan. Yeah, I did, and mine instantly plastered it over onto Twitter, and I was like, shit, did I just share something I shouldn't have? But it was fine. Yeah, turns out there was not a huge oh yeah, I gotta do the chase. I really wish I could like do. Wait, what? Oh. Okay. Oh, there's a different settings menu. How convenient. I quit Twitter after Nosticker and nobody's on Blue Sky. Yeah, I quit Twitter at that point as well. But I I went back. It's not as bad now, I think, as it was for a brief time. And I think that Musk lost so much on that whole thing that I think he's kind of gone into. He's moderated his activities a little, I think. Maybe he realized he's not suited for politics, which he's not. Yeah. That's kind of cool. Kind of a nice little thing. But the thing is, I got these other strings the other day that sounded really nice. Adventure strings. Do I have them? I saved a couple of presets, but oh, nah, that's just the staccato. Staccato. The moment we talked about it as well, Twitter ain't loading. I just don't follow, like, share anything political to circulate real. My page is just Simon tweets. Yeah, I don't really follow any of that stuff either. I mean, I made a new account, so everything on my account now is just Hightail stuff, which is nice, clean and focused. Yeah. Everything else is just kind of whatever. But yeah, it was literally nothing was happening on Blue Sky. I had 250 followers. And when the announcement happened, I went back to Twitter and I had like 1,000 followers in like a week. I didn't post on my old account. No, I deleted that account. I was like, goodbye. I had 5,000 followers then. So maybe this time I'll surpass that number. Who knows? I don't know. I've never really been a person who's had like a big social footprint, really. But I mean, it's tough to build up that, and you got to be really active, and you got to like really put yourself out there. It's not that I don't like being in the spotlight, but there's too many things to do, right? It's like I gotta do music and really focus on that, and then there's like social networking is like a whole job in itself. Like I could spend the entire day on just doing that, but then if you have a job that you got to do, craft something, then it's like it's very difficult to also be doing social media. I think if Hightail came out and it was like huge and there was like if it made sense, then I would probably hire someone to do my socials for me, to be like, if I wanted to say something, I could say it to them and they could post it on like every single account, like Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, How are you? I think I'd hire like some really like fast and savvy person who does that as like a job, preferably. And because they would know how to like when to post it and like to massage the, I don't know, they do all these kinds of things to like post it at the right time. And if I wanted to like post a piece of music, I could ensure that it wouldn't just freaking disappear in the ether, because I don't even know when to post these tracks here on OGRPG Music. I just kind of like put them on YouTube and just hope for the best. You could massage me. Well, that's a different job altogether. Aren't you in Germany or something? That's like an expensive waiver of travel costs for a massage. Yeah. I'm glad I got that right. Yes. It's like saying someone's country wrong is like such an insult, isn't it? It's like when people say to me like, "Oh, Norway, isn't that a city in Sweden?" And I'm like, smart loss. Yeah, this is just my 135 IQ coming through, or 156 or whatever it was. Doesn't matter. I aced it. 100% positive score. Okay, so please confuse me with a non-American. Oh, I see. Okay. I wouldn't say your government reflects much on the people. Luckily. Yeah. No, that's definitely an outlier. Okay, so adventure strings. It took so long to load that I'm just gonna go in here and find it actually, because let's see, full strings, sustains. There we go. So I got these, or I've got. Oh yeah, maybe I should be using these. These are the soaring strings. They're also the soft or full. So low. Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah. No. Okay. Also, when laptop, I decided to go flat for now. No. We live where we live. It's not a sitting student with a Norwegian accent. Yeah, I did. I don't know why I said that. Because I guess that would imply that someone in Scandinavia would have said that, like even in the region. Maybe they just had a low IQ. Because we judge here against low IQ people. That's what we do. It's hard living in Canada knowing I'm so close to so much Hytale development, but not being able to visit any location. Well, the Hytale development is scattered right now all over the world. There's like lots in the UK and France, and lots in America, and probably Canada, and there's a few in Australia as well. It was the studio was originally in Northern Ireland, but now it's not. So now it's just now it's Hypixel. So that's kind of Canadian now. So I guess Hytale is a Canada game. So I guess Canadian Flash will be happy. Simon is too far from where I live. Yeah. I don't know how happy he would be if you showed up at his door. So just, hey. He probably keeps his private life very private for a reason. Most of the development is online. You don't get any intrusive thoughts. Yeah. If the quiz is true, you're smarter than me. For that reason, you may consider me your underling. Good. Now you understand the hierarchy here. Speaking of, was there a Northern Ireland Game Award prize at the time? Oh, there was actually an award for like most anticipated game that we had once. So that's cool. I guess we deserve that. Longestly anticipated game, I'd say. Uh, too long, but now it's coming. Oh, wonder where the award is. Yeah, yep, probably on a shelf in someone's house. You should have won the Game Awards. Well, the thing is, I don't think that I would win an award for the music because the music hasn't been recorded or released in an official capacity. It's just kind of, I made it in the sampled form and then I gave it away to everybody online. It's very unconventional. I don't know if they could even like quantify giving me a reward, or not reward, but an award. Well, hopefully the award comes with a reward, a rewarding feeling, or maybe some money. That would be nice. Little bit of money, please give me money. I need to buy a house. I've never won an award before, as you might be able to tell. I don't know what it's about. As long as if you found my avatar, nice. Finally. As long as the award is not treated like a paperweight. Oh, like some form of expensive painting. Yeah, just have it in the background. Hey, Allegro. How you doing? Does this match us on transition, I wonder? This needs a lot more reverb. The Prophet. Why is Allegro the Prophet? Tell me about this. Okay, so we're gonna add more reverb in the form of delay. That adds like a nice little thing. No. A little beautiful little string thing. Should I do that in time? I wonder if I've like done time changes here. No, I have not. Okay. But I feel like I need like a ritardando here. You guys know what that is, right? Right? I need to force close the 2007 laptop since it seems to have no progress. Oh, that's sad. Imagine in 15 years when Hytale movie comes out and Oscar wins an Oscar for the soundtrack. That's what I want. That's my life goal, to win an Oscar. So I can go on stage and be like, hold up the award and be like, eh? It's me. I will not shy away from making such a joke. Oscar, it's written with a C. My name is with a C. So it's literally the same as the word. Everybody will think I'm like the most childish person on the planet. Right, so these need to fade out a bit earlier. Like so. Ritardando, that's a slow down. Yes. Jibelio knows where it's at. Jibelio is actually an avid cello player, from what I've heard, which is cool. I love cello. I've got some cello in this piece, as you can see. Wait, what? Oh. It's gone. I used to play cello. I miss it. Yeah. Playing an instrument is apparently really healthy for your brain. It like activates a lot of your brain. Unbeatable Ash Williams. Thank you. Thank you for your compliment. What's happening? Okay, let's see if this exit sounds good now. Okay, good. Yeah. Oh, it kind of came back in. Oh yeah, this one did. Of course. That. There we go. Rit with a diminuendo. Exactly. Rit dim. That's I'm just gonna talk in abbreviated music terms now, from now on. Soaring strings. So the question now is, do I stay in the key or do I shift the key? Because then it would be like this. Or up here. Or I change the key to play. Like that. I guess the key change is exciting. I just hope it doesn't like feel out of place. Gotta take the tempo down a little bit too. Jeez. That missing a note at that moment is like so ugly. You can just fix that straight away with MIDI, luckily. I guess that's something. I I need to kind of try and compose it a little bit quicker because I'm being really slow right now. But that's probably because I'm chatting with you guys, which is lovely, obviously. Yeah, please don't hesitate to ask me any questions or tell me about your day. You're gonna go. Okay, great. Yeah. Bye then. Okay, nice. Thanks for coming. Good luck with the laptop. And, yeah. We're gonna try to do a little melody under here. I had a hopeful music career in school. How far I fell. Oh. Well, what did you end up doing instead? I really want a Hytale mod that adds random chord bursts on attacks, damage, health, death. That would be really cool, actually. Like whenever you hit an enemy, it's like hits you with like a jazz chord, like bam, 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 like a sort of like a jazz stab. Isn't that a game that does that? The one with the gorilla where you like burst into a house and you go like punch people down. Have they had you compose anything new for Hytale? Not that 200 tracks isn't enough. I'm writing something new soon, probably before release, because there's an area that is quite central that is new that needs music, and there's some other parts that are also new that needs some music that is like not. Even if I've written 200 tracks, there's always a mood that you haven't like hit yet. You know, it can be like a type of vibe, but at a type of pace that is like needed very specifically. I played both the violin and cello. Then I joined the IB program. What's the IB program? Loving what's in there already. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, we're planning on shipping the game with obviously the original soundtrack, but I'm also gonna put all the most of the portfolio stuff also in the into the game, so that you guys can use that for your mods. Because even if we're not using it, you can. So, you know, there's a lot of tracks that I just kind of made as like concept pieces. You know, they weren't really meant to be anything specific. And I mean, you can. And the thing is, you can take those tracks and you can chop them up and remix it and make your own music out of it. You know, I don't mind. Do you have adventuring, exploring music? Yes. Isn't that like most of the music? I think actually that most of the music is that. If I have chilling music, yeah, I do. Yeah. Chilly cold music. Yeah. You've heard that. Ooh, FAQ blog just dropped. New Hytale blog. Damn. What is it? Live reaction to the Hytale blog on Hytale's first back. Does that count as swearing? Reading that out. Hi, I'm Patrick, Executive Director Hytale. Here to answer some of the questions. Will Hytale be on Steam? No, not right now. Doesn't mean it will. Doesn't that this doesn't mean we will never be on Steam. Just that we don't see the necessity of it yet. Okay, is there a console version of Hytale? No. We only early access will only be on PC, Mac and Linux to be determined. Planning for console release at a later stage. Can I play Hytale mobile? No mobile version of Hytale for early access. Still evaluating what it would take to make a feasible reality, and we'll keep you updated. What is in each game's edition? Content soon to be revealed. Can I upgrade my edition later? Yes. How long are these editions available? During the early access period. Can I gift Hytale to friends and family? We haven't implemented the gifting feature yet, but we're working on it. Is there a pre-purchase bonus? No, considering the state of the game, we don't think this would be fair to our players who would rather wait to get the game. We don't want to create a artificially fair missing out that comes with a pre-purchase bonus. Will Hytale support regional pricing? Blah, 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 blah. I know all this stuff anyway. Why am I reading it? Anyway, you guys can read it while you listen to me making this music. And I'm not a reader. I'm a writer of notes. I need to practice reading more, maybe. I'm trying to read some Japanese now and then to like practice that skill. I wonder if I should do like a proper like cello solo thing here. It's quite loud, this patch. Sounds nice with the delay on it, doesn't it? Bit more feedback on there. I appreciate how open you are with the use of the tracks. Very cool to see. Yeah, it's I don't know what I'm I don't know what I'm doing. No, I want people to be creative and to give people resources to be creative, and that's kind of what Hytale is all about. Is you know, being given all the resources that you can to be able to be creative in a fun way. So if I can contribute to that with the music, I mean, I wrote this music for Hytale, and this is the purpose of Hytale. So you know, giving it out for free, tossing it to the wind, you know, it's kind of like there are some things that can really take off when you give, you know, when you make something like essentially public domain. I mean, it isn't public domain at this point, but in some ways, you know, I wouldn't let people like resell my music. Like if they started selling my music directly, that's like not cool. And we would like stop that from happening. But people can use it in their videos. They can sell products using the music, essentially in the Hytale ecosystem, at least. You know, I'm not sure about using the music like in other contexts, obviously, because I think that would be kind of weird. It would be just for Hytale and music videos and content made in the context of Hytale. But you can use the music and videos for other stuff too. Like I wouldn't limit it to just Hytale videos. But if someone took that music and put it in like a Chinese toy, then I'd be a bit like, what, you know, give me money, please, for that. But yeah, it's kind of like you can do whatever you want until we decide that we don't like it. I guess it's kind of the license, but we're very lenient on what you can do with it, you know, and also remixing it and releasing your remixes provided. Well, I don't know. You can do that, I guess. I would prefer it if you actually did something creative with it and didn't just release it by like flipping the piece around, or I don't know, add a drum beat and that's it. That's all you did. Then that would be a bit like eh. But well, can't really measure what art is, right? I guess people just have to decide for themselves. I think actually that's a bit too fast. I'm gonna just do that. Thinking of learning Japanese from an excellent language. Wow, I missed that note. This there's something about this cello that really makes me think like it's like very cold sounding, like it's very like you're on a lonely tundra. I don't know if that really works for this. It's a very beautiful sound. It's just it's too beautiful, you know, or not too beautiful, but it's just giving off the wrong kind of vibe, I think, for this. You have chill hot music. Yes. Like you have like sort of like sandy sounding. I mean, it's all in the portfolio. Maybe the cello should just play in the beginning. Child music. Actually, I don't think I have that. But I can make it. Just put some toy piano on. do I have? Chime music. Depends what you define as chimes. There's music with chimes in it. And bells. This harp is nice, isn't it? Here, I guess the basses could come in. That sounds kind of wrong. Maybe if I just... I kind of like have it like swell up, I guess, there. Maybe I could add some choir. Choir makes everything dramatic. Nice. Do I have chirp music? Guys, we need some other questions in here now. Anybody else want to raise their hand? Cello sounds so good. Nice. Beautiful music right now. Thank you. Choir really helps. Drawing parallel. Nice. I'd like to see what you are drawing. Yeah. Yeah. That. now we're getting somewhere, I guess. Yeah. Reigns of Castamere is easily on top 10 themes, and I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited hearing similarities. Oh yeah, Reigns of Castamere. That's like a melody from Game of Thrones. I haven't heard it in a while. But it's like, you know. I'm listening to it now. I'm just going to find out. Oh yeah. That's how it went. Yeah. Beautiful little melody. I love the Game of Thrones soundtrack too. Very good. Ramin Djawadi. I just wish that they didn't mess up the final season so badly. Then it would have been like a masterpiece. It's just they had everything to make a masterpiece, and then it just did a big dump on it at the end. Yeah. Okay, so we'll some bit of horns. I've got so many better libraries now that it's like if I start writing the like the following parts of the music in like using my better libraries, then suddenly the piece sounds different because it's like, you know, completely different sound. Makes me sad is knowing that it wasn't even the actors, writers, directors' fault, just higher ups who were rushing the project and made the final season so fast paced. Well, wasn't it the directors who kind of took over the ideas for the plot and just wrote it when before they'd been following the books like really closely? Wasn't it like the Raven who said like, "Oh, you know, I don't want any power. That's not what I'm doing this or whatever." And then they're like, "Do you want to be the Lord of the Seven Kingdoms?" And it's like, "Why do you think I came all this way?" Bamboozled. It's just, it's so stupid. I think. Season 5, okay, season 5, 6, and 7 really good and didn't follow the books kind of at all. I think they did, didn't they? I mean, 7 felt a bit like that's when things started feeling a bit weird, but it was still kind of following the plot that we were getting at. I mean, I think it should have been Jon Snow who became the king in the end, obviously. That would have been cool and make sense with like his entire arc. Instead of being like, he went back to the wall. 8 seasons later. Yeah. He went back to the wall. He did this whole thing this whole arc. But you know, he's Jon Snow. He got revived. He figured out he's got royal blood. He found out all these things, but nah, I'm going back to the wall. And then it's like, who else was it? Like Daenerys Targaryen. She's like, oh, I'm the fighter of slaves and freedom and all of that stuff, and you know, my dragons will liberate the country and free all the innocent people who are from the chains of the evil guys at the top. And as she gets to the end, she's like, "Oh, I've disarmed the city. Now I can free the people and, you know, usher in a new era of you know, peace and love. But no, I'm actually kind of mad. I'm gonna kill everybody with my dragons." It's like, what? It's like it doesn't make any sense. It's like so out of nowhere as well. And then it's like John, and then there's like you know, um, Jamie Lannister. He has been this asshole, right, the entire show, and then he has this. He gets captured and he tries to be an asshole, but then he gets his hand cut off. Sorry, this is spoilers. Touch the nerve with this topic. Yes, I've been annoyed with this for a while. He gets his hand cut off, and it's like, oh, he's lost everything. His pride is everything, and it's like, oh, now he's nothing basically without his sword arm. And he meets what's her name again? The lady, the big lady, who is like portrayed as this woman who's kind of like not typically attractive, but they end up having some kind of relationship based on kind of like a mutual meeting of paths or understanding or something like that. And she manages to get him onto the Brienne, yeah, gets him onto the path of being a good man essentially. And now begins his redemption arc where he's like, he's not follow, he can now go against his sister and actually redeem some of all the bad stuff that he's done in the past to kind of have a nice ending for the character. And then he gets back to the city and he's like, you know what, I actually love my sister anyway, and I'm gonna just die with her. And you're like, huh? You had this entire arc up to this point, and now we're just gonna be like, nah, snip. He was actually not redeemed. He was bad, after all. Salz. Anyway, that's my rant on Game of Thrones. Yeah, how it should have ended. I literally yelled at the TV when he went back. I know, right? It's so dumb. What he should have done is been like, push her into the fire, or I don't know, something. Be like, I'm sorry, I've changed. You know, be like, shh. And she's like, yeah, it falls down from the castle or something. That would have been like really epic. Like that he actually let go of his this like obsession with his sister or whatever. Like he tossed away his whole life and he's a new man. You know, I convinced you to hate it even more. Okay, good. Yeah, it's there's too much blatantly wrong with it. But yeah, yeah, we can try to forget, but we can't. Okay, I'm gonna lay down some smooth brass under here. Just like a very low bed under here. Yeah, let's clean this up. It's kind of nice with a little subtle words in there. better? Quite a big volume differential here. Have I become more timid in my writing? I don't know. This is quite active, and I think when I write background music now, I've kind of come to take a bit more of a step back. Why does this keep happening? I guess you can just turn this up a little bit. That's it. I realize why that modulation makes sense now, is because it's the key of the beginning of the song. I wasn't sure why it worked, but I see clearly now. I get it. Maybe I can actually kind of just use the same ideas just in a different way. Like just do this, but like in a different kind of way. We should add some of those timps back in. Yeah, I can do something interesting here with the trills. No expression. Okay. I wonder if I should back this up with tremolos. Yeah, I see. The difference is that I've connected this automation to the freaking volume slider here. Guess I should do that with this one too. Like that. Is any boss fight music? Was any boss fight specific music made? Yes. Just hasn't been implemented properly yet. It's the one and only Mr. Garvin. Hey, Supertonic. How you doing tonight? Or is it day for you? Where are you based again? Are you in the States? Germany. Nice. So it is night. Yeah, same. Same for me. In 10 minutes it'll be 11. Oh, that's a chord. I got it all wrong. I need to read it. I just realized. Maybe I don't have to. I just try to write the curve in the way that I played. Can I do that? Am I that good? We'll see. My eyesight is getting worse, I feel. I'm wearing glasses, but I'm squinting still. Okay, let's try this. It's doing like sort of block harmonizing trills, which is fun when it works. Doesn't always work, but you kind of have to like spend time writing it out. Wait, hold on. What? Yeah. Jeez. Very hard to hit the right curve with this. I got my first pair. My eyes got so much worse that I had to wear new glasses in 3 months. Yeah. Okay, something like that. This one just needs to be a bit less of you. You know, cool kind of. Maybe I'll do tuba. I love me some tuba. Well, not this tuba. This tuba. I like using instruments that aren't like used as much in like scores, you know. Woodwinds, weird brass instruments, solo instruments. I like to kind of like try to bring out some of those lovely orchestral colors that I feel, you know, are kind of underutilized a little bit. Tuba as a solo instrument is just so beautiful, even though it's just, you never really hear it unless you're watching like a John Williams scored movie. So if you watch Home Alone this Christmas, you'll hear some heavy tuba featuring. That's from Home Alone 2. Home Alone 1, I mean. Bonus points if you can guess what this theme is for. And he always pairs the tuba with like a piccolo. So he does like the extreme lowest instrument with the extreme highest instrument. Euphonium, flugelhorn, cornet. There are some lesser used brass instruments. Yes, indeed. I don't think I have any of those as a like a sample library, actually, like a VST. So I don't know very much about how they sound. Other than hearing it in concert and stuff like that. I think I have some libraries that actually do. I'm just gonna double check. Yeah, because I had like this library, Sonore or something. Yeah. Nope. Cinebrass Pro. Nope. There's no euphonium or cornet or anything like that. Flugelhorn. When I think flugelhorn, I only think about the peak. Isn't that a flugelhorn? Serpent, never seen before in orchestra. Huh? A serpent? Is that what you meant to say? The Lothar live orchestra coming to my city soon. I'm considering going. Serpent brass instrument. Okay. You should go to that live Lotter concert. It's probably awesome. Introducing the serpent. Okay. Hmm. Cool. You guys can't see what I see, but I've found a video about this instrument. Funny. I mean, the thing is, you can make instruments out of like anything that has like a pipe in a weird shape with holes in it, that you can kind of like blow sound through. So it's cool though to have different instruments. But I guess the thing with like orchestral instruments is that they've been refined over like hundreds of years, to kind of be the way that they are. So whenever there emerges like a new instrument, it's rare that it sounds like as good as. Obviously, you get like a unique sound, which is the value of it. Rubber bands at work make a wonderful instrument when bored. Yes. Yeah, boing, 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 boing. That's cool. Right, so where was I? I was gonna bring out the piccolo, but for no reason. But other than it's funny. I love Home Alone. Very, very fun movie and a great soundtrack. A challenge you can try if you're a nerd. You can take the Home Alone soundtrack and the Harry Potter 1 soundtrack kind of side by side, and you can pick away the really obvious tracks that are like dead giveaways, but some of the music in both movies sound very, very similar. So you can be like, is this from Home Alone or is it from Harry Potter? Give it like a kind of a challenge. A little game. Fun little game for music nerds. I used to live with people back in university who were very inclined like that. Like they would listen to soundtracks and stuff all the time and be like music nerds, and we would be very geeky about it. We would in the kitchen, when we came into the kitchen together, we'd have this like we'd start whistling, and then we'd start harmonizing each other's whistling. So we'd like whistle like My Bonnie Went Over the Ocean, and like harmonized, like everybody would pick their own part in the chord and try to like harmonize with the others, and it would be hard because you start laughing when you hear how good the harmonization sounds, and that's kind of the hard part of like keeping being able to like finish the song. But yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna add some flute here, I think. Put some delay on that to make it more lively. Opicleides sounds like a tuba. Oh wow, I never heard of that before. kind of forgot. I neglected the harp, haven't I? Kind of left it behind. Poor harp. Something like that. Just some sprinkles, little tinkles. That doesn't sound right. Twinkles, maybe. Okay. Tuba. Right. Back to the tuba. Right. I guess a horn could take over. I have a much better horn than this as well. That's the thing. It's called Descant horn. I use it a lot on hightail actually. Descant horn. Anybody recognize that? That silence, awkward silence when nobody recognizes it, and I'm just one of those like, you sit in the concert and you reach your mic out to the audience, and it's like nobody can sing along. That's me. Just kidding. I think a lot of people have their favorites. Okay, this section is pretty much done, I think. I guess this line is exactly one of the hightail pieces. It starts like that. Color response and classical melodies. I think that's cool. Wait, where's my... Oh, yeah, here. Call and response. I mean, I use lots of different techniques, you know. And call and response is one of them, I guess. Yeah, everything has its place. really thick, low chord like that. The problem is if I do that, I can't hear the horn anymore. So I think it needs to actually be kind of in the woodwinds so that I can leave space for that lovely tuba. I'm like tempted to do like a sort of chromatic thing there, but gotta turn these down a bit. Gotta head out. Nice chatting with you. Good luck. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for coming. Lovely to chat, and yeah, glad you stopped by. That small part gives me John Williams vibe. Nice. That's what we were going for, I guess. I have to hit that freaking. It's gotta hit above a certain velocity to be able to be sustains. Very Harry Potter. Yeah, when you do like muted trumpets like this, like John Williams is like, he uses all of the orchestral colors. So the moment you use any orchestral colors that, because a lot of other composers don't really use them. So then it ends up sounding like John Williams because he's the only one who uses them. But this is just muted trumpets. But yeah, I think it was more commonly used before, like in the old times. And John Williams uses it a lot, so yeah. But I'm actually happy when my music sounds like John Williams, because that but there's something kind of choir. Something a bit off with this section. I don't know. I tried to do something cool and it ended up being a bit Weird. This part is like very World of Warcrafty, I think. I think it was inspired kind of by like Teldrassil or something, you know, like the elf place. This just kind of sounds like Captain America, but yeah. It's like all of these kind of influences coming together, I guess. I think I tried to do a very cool thing with the trails, but the issue is that there's too much stuff happening. Trills, muted trumpets, tuba, you know, it's like the little avant-garde bands come into town. It's like everybody wants to do their own like little special thing. One of these parts have to be like normal to kind of yeah. WoW, MCU, Loader, and Star Wars all in one song. Yep. That's pretty much it. That's what happens when you grow up with these things. You just you want it to sound like that, pretty much. Because, you know, that's the things that you love. Oh yeah. Gotta turn it back up. Try that. Similar to the I need a metronome. Wait, where's my keyboard camera? My keyboard camera is not on. Hold up. Slow down. I didn't realize that until now. There we go. Now you can see my keyboard. We love that about music. It's like a nostalgic journey. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I love a bit of nostalgia. Could have a little bit of familiarity, and then you know, I trinkle in a little bit of new stuff. You know, so it's kind of like you respect the legacy, but you also bring something a little bit something new to the table. I think that's a nice way to write. Some people just go complete bananas, and that's and don't do anything of what came before, and that's cool too. But I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm a creator, but also like a player, if you know what I mean. Like I make the soundtrack for Hytale, but I'm also excited about playing Hytale as a player. So I'm like waiting for the next update in the same way that you guys are waiting. You know, obviously now you're waiting for release, but yeah, I'll be kind of just as excited about playing the game. And yeah, it's kind of weird when you're kind of fanboying on your own product, but I suppose that is the best way that you want to be fans of what you're making. Not so sure about these woodwinds, you know. I'm gonna try something else in the high end here. I think that the tuba, the bass, thoughts on our friend, the harpsichord. You think that would work here in this section? We can try it. Good work. Harpsichord is very hard to get to work, by the way, because it's so direct. It's like has no like difference. Like it doesn't matter if you press it hard or press it soft. It's always the same. So like getting like ambient harpsichord is like pretty hard. You have to really like sort of blend it well, but that's possible. Just gotta turn it down enough, I guess. I guess I could filter it a bit as well. It's sharp. Yeah, I should take away some of the sharpness. Let's try it. That's actually works. It adds so much drama. Exactly. It's like you're at the theater and something. There's drama. It's a little difficult to time it right now because I've kind of done this very like sort of dragging kind of line. I could try and actually adjust the timing here a bit just to make it match the timing a bit more. Very cool. Nice suggestion, Ash. Thank you. I often incorporate ideas, by the way, so don't be afraid to suggest things. And it's kind of fun for people watching to hear their contribution to the music in the final when I post it on YouTube as well. You know, like, I was there, I said that, I did that. You know. I'm gonna add a little bit of a transition here. How about some vine boobs? Yeah. Not all suggestions are equally considered. Try to find a specific sound and I cannot find it. It's in here somewhere. Huh. This is one. Maybe we should put some like the man choir on the bottom just to be like really dramatic. Wait, what the hell? Oh, there we go. There's my man choir. Let's see what that sounds like. Cool. We could add a little bit of tremolo. Tremolo adventure. Adventure tremolo. Nice. Fills it out a little bit more. Okay. I think I gotta go to bed actually. It's 11:30, so. But it was fun. I'll try and finish this piece. Maybe I'll continue next week. I'm really busy these days with Hightail, obviously, and other things. So, yeah. Thank you. It's not as much free time to just put a lot of time into this channel, but I'm trying to keep it consistent every Wednesday so that I can keep it going. Because if I didn't have the stream, then I probably wouldn't be making any stuff for it at all. So, kind of like an incentive for me to, do it, keep it going, keep it alive, and keep productive. Cool. Well, thanks for coming, and yeah, hope to see you again next week. I'll probably be streaming same time, making more music. I hope you had a good time.